Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, about 1 week ago, William Samoei Ruto in the company of Rigathi Gachagua made their way to Kirinyaga County for a church interdenomination service at Kerugoya Stadium. And in that event, one lady stood up to speak. And in her speech to recognize William Samoei Ruto, she referred to William Ruto as President Daniel ARAP Ruto. Now, Ruto is not new in Mount Kenya region. He served as a deputy president for about 10 years. That is 2 terms. And you can see the difference in names of William Samoei Ruto and the retired late president Daniel ARAP MOI is different. So the question is, why did this lady refer to Ruto as President Daniel ARAP Ruto and not President William Samoei Ruto? It can be a snap of the tongue, but again, you can confuse. But then, why? Look at this. Daniel ARAP MOI. And then we have William Samoei Ruto. How do you confuse? Instead of saying William Samoei Ruto, you say Daniel ARAP Ruto. Listen to her first. Then, before this, I will tell you the reason why people are referring to Ruto as Daniel ARAP MOI or Daniel ARAP Ruto. There is serious reason here. And Ruto can never run away from this. Listen to this lady first.
Asante sana kwa Pastor Josephat kufanya utangulizi mwema kwa rais wetu mpendwa Daniel ARAP MOI Ruto. Sorry. Asante. Natoa msamaha. Tafadhali kongamano lote la kanisa ya Kirinyaga County, naomba msamaha. Je, nimesamehewa? Nimesamehewa tena?
Now, before I give my views on this incident, I have a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed. Please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, I'm still humbly requesting you to give our video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to this discussion. Now, all of us can agree that there is total difference between the current president and the second president of the Republic of Kenya in terms of names. Daniel ARAP MOI, William Samoei Ruto. But then you can easily confuse name if indeed those names are similar, or if these individuals have similarities, and therefore if we have to compare, maybe she confused because the names are similar, we give it a blow. There is no similarity in these names. So the only thing we are remaining with is that the similarity of character. That will be the only reason why this lady was able to confuse the difference between Daniel ARAP MOI and William Samoei Ruto. Actually, they share some kind of similarities in terms of character. So, William Ruto should be very sensitive, in as much he might take it lightly that he was confused by Daniel ARAP MOI as the president. But the reality is in the character. The people of Mount Kenya region are seeing the characters of Daniel ARAP MOI in William Samoei Ruto. Forget about the region. It might be true they are coming from the same region, but the real issue here is the character. So we start with the easiest one. What were the characters of Daniel ARAP MOI? Moi was a man who will never miss a Sunday to go in the church. He will always go to the church. What about William Ruto? Ruto is proving to the people of Mount Kenya region that is a man who never misses a Sunday service. A man closer to God. To an extent, people refer to him as Deputy Jesus. I don't know if he's one. Some people are referring to him as Saint Ruto. The gospel according to Saint Ruto. I don't know which gospel. So he has created that perception, and yes, indeed, he's a man who always go to church, and a man who like to give in the church. The question is, where does he get that money? So this is a similarity. Moi never missed a church, and he used to give in the church. A man who started the issue of Harambe. That is first similarity. So Ruto will always go to Mount Kenya region every Sunday and then to do fundraise, have those interdenomination services, and have time with them on a Sunday. So that's the first similarity. Number two, Moi was a dictator in those era. For those who lived in the eras of Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, hata mimi niliona Moi. So he was a dictator. And we can clearly see those characters in William Samoei Ruto. A man who wants to dictate. He might not come out that much stronger to do it in this era. He can never try that in our lifetime because we have a new constitution which is more powerful than the president. But Moi was all-powerful president, a man who could change the law to suit what he want to do anytime and everywhere he would want to do it. So Ruto is trying to do this in our era. He's trying this in our lifetime. But the constitution is not giving him that opportunity to run away with some things he wants to try and do. Another question we ask, how was the situation in Mount Kenya region during the reign of Moi in power? Many people will agree that Mount Kenya region suffered as a community during the Moi era, despite the fact that Moi appointed many people in Mount Kenya region in his government, including a deputy president. Hiyo wakati ulikuwa anaitwa vice president. Kibaki was a vice president to Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. But people of Mount Kenya region still suffered in the hands of Moi. Nilikuwa namuita Nyayo. They suffered in Kanu eras. Now we have William Ruto here. Ruto has appointed so many people in his government from Mount Kenya region, including his deputy president. You know, your deputy president, you make a choice during the campaign, so you choose a running mate. Look at the appointments. He has given them a lot of appointment to Mount Kenya region people. But the question is, what about the interest of the Wanjiku on ground in Mount Kenya? Sasa hapo ndio kuna kizungumkuti. The similarity also comes there. Moi made sure that he is oppressing any serious people who are in agricultural sector, those who are in business. He frustrated them so much in Mount Kenya region to keep them poor so that they remain busy working on themselves rather than empowering them. Moi knew that when they are so much empowered in business, they can easily overturn them or overturn him. That is according to Moi. So he had to keep them busy, make them poor, so that they continuously worship you. They never think beyond their nose and mouth. That was Moi for you. He impoverished everyone. The milk sector, the tea sector, the coffee sector. He totally frustrated them until even the farmer could not earn anything. So the people of Mount Kenya region suffered in the hands of Moi, despite the fact that they had so many appointments in that government. Seemingly, Ruto might do the same. I'm saying this because I want to start with the rice farmers, the Mwea rice farmers. Uhuru Kenyatta had given them an opportunity to sell their rice, so they had market for their right. So the rice farmer was thriving in Uhuru Kenyatta's era. But in the William Ruto's era, that farmer is suffering as of now, because Ruto came in and already he abolished that privilege that they had with an agreement to sell their rice to the government and those sectors involved in the government, including even schools. They were selling to a tune of 600 million. They had that privilege to sell their product to amount of 600 million. Now that market is not there. The Mwea farmer is crying because they don't have market to sell their product. But when are they crying? When Ruto is in the government. So what Mount Kenya region, they should prepare to suffer in the hands of William Ruto the same way they suffered in the hands of Daniel Toroitich ARAP MOI. He might not revive your industries. He might not think about the poor. He might not think about uplifting the hustlers in the Mount Kenya region. But he will think about having few people in the Mount Kenya region into key appointments, but not really to work for the real people on the ground. Ruto would want to impoverish everyone in the Mount Kenya region so that he come out with a handout. Just like Moi. During campaign, you bring handouts, and people will be singing William Samoei Ruto gospel. But after that, you end up delivering nothing in terms of development. These are the characters that Ruto has, and those characters were in Daniel Toroitich ARAP MOI. Mtu wa handouts, mtu mwenye alifinyilia watu, na mtu wa kwenda kanisani aonekane kwamba yeye ni mtu wa Mungu. Lakini katika hiyo kwenda kanisani bado yeye alikuwa ni dikteta.